Hey everyone, in this video I want to go over one way to play to earn in this game Blockchain Monster Hunt, and that is to gain energy and convert that energy into the BCMC token. It's pretty straightforward, but there are a few factors and variables that will determine how much and how quickly you can gain energy, so those are the things I want to focus on. First off, the big one is your monster's reward factor. And then a second big one is the level of the monster. And then some minor ones are like if your opponent is on the same chain as you and if you have a VIP status. Those will give you a little bonus. But mainly, I think it's the reward factor and the level of the monster. The reward factor is solely determined on the rarity of the monster, and the reward factor stays the same for each category of monsters. So if it's a common, then all of the commons have the same reward factor. If it's an uncommon, all of the uncommons have the same reward factor, and so on. And the reward factors, they're almost double the previous rarity. So as you can see here, this is a common monster, and it has a reward factor of 0.3. And this uncommon monster has a reward factor of 0.7. So from a common to an uncommon, it's a little more than double. But from the uncommon to a rare, it's just a little bit less than double. And then from there, you have the 1.3 to an epic, which would be, and it's 2.2, so it's just a little bit under double. And then legendary is 4.5. Now, another big factor is the level of the monster. And the level of the monster matters because obviously, if it's a higher level, then you're going to gain more energy than if it's a lower level. And when it comes to levels, it doesn't take too long to get to level 20, but if you compare a level 1 to level 20, you're going to be gaining probably like 0.5 more than if you're level 1. So for example, if you have a rare monster, if you're level 1, you're probably going to be getting around like 200 energy, maybe a little bit more. And when you're level 20, you're probably going to be getting around 300. And then when you're level like 35 to 40, you can get around 400. And then if you're like 50 and above, you can possibly get like 450 to like 500. So the levels matter. Like if it's level 20, then it's pretty good head start. That's why the level of the monster usually adds to the value of the monster, because right off the bat, it's going to be generating a lot more energy than if it were level 1. So a couple of minor things that will add a little bit of bonus to your energy is if you battle a monster on the same chain as you are. So if you're on Binance Smart Chain and you battle a monster that is also on Binance, you're going to get a little bit of a bonus, maybe like 5% or something. And also, if you have a VIP status, you'll also gain extra percentage on every battle. So that's also good, but these are just like minors. The big ones are the reward factor and the level of your monster. Also, you want to be battling the highest BP monster that you can, and that will also give you as much energy as possible. So now I want to talk about something that I think is really important, and that is how long it will take your monster to generate enough energy that is equal to the amount of coins that you bought the monster with. In simpler words, how long does it take to pay off the monster by playing the game? And the thing is that every rarity is pretty much gonna be around the same amount of time to pay it off. Commons are a little bit quicker, but rares, epics, and I think uncommons, they're pretty similar in the amount of time. It kind of takes like maybe 2 to 3.5 months really playing the game to pay it off. Legendaries, they take a much longer just because they're really hard to find, and if you buy one, you're going to have to pay a premium on it. and they take much longer to pay off. And we can figure this out with some simple math and a calculator. I love calculators because I am terrible at math. So, in order to figure out how long it will take to pay off a monster, you need to know how many battles you're going to be doing, like every day, and what is the amount of energy you're going to be gaining in those battles. Usually, if you play a monster like all day, you can get around 30 battles, maybe a little bit more in one day. Let's say, for example, you take this monster right here. I'm selling this. This is mine. And I know that this guy will get around like 400 energy per battle. So if you take 400 times 30 and then times another 30 for a month, you'll get around 360,000 energy, which is equivalent to 360 coins. And then you just take the monster price divided by 360, and you'll get around 3. So it'll take about 3 months to pay this guy off if you buy it at this price. And then we can take, for example, a level 9, or maybe we should take a level 1. So this guy. So this guy's level 1, he's selling for $6.99, and this guy will probably, it takes a week to get to level 20, and then it'll take in a month, you'll probably be close to level 30. So I'm just gonna guesstimate that this guy will get around 325 for the first month. So we times this by 30, and we times it again, then you'll get this amount in about 1 month. And then probably in the second month, when you're level 30, you can get probably, let's say, 380 coins or energy per battle times 30 times 30, and then you'll get 30, 34, 342. So 342 plus 292, 5 equals 600. It's close. So probably a little over 2 months, and you will be able to pay off this guy. He will generate that amount of energy within 2.5 months. And then we can take, for example, a common monster. Okay, so on a common monster, you're probably going to get around 50 energy out of battle, and then when you get over level 20, you're going to be getting like a little bit over 100, and then maybe if you're level 40, you can get like 150, possibly. I'm not really sure. I haven't played commons too much, but it's somewhere around that neighborhood. So let's say that you buy this guy for 74, and then he gets like 50. Let's say he gets 60. Okay, let's say that he gets 70 in the first month, an average. Times 30, times 30. And so you'll get around 63 in 1 month. So this guy will pay itself off pretty quickly. But then again, you're putting in quite a bit of time and energy just for 63 coins. So it's up to you if you think that it's worth it or not. Me personally, I don't really play commons just because I think that the amount of time and effort it takes to do that many battles in a month is not really worth the coin. But it is up to you, and it's up to basically how much you're willing to spend in coins, and then also how much time you're also willing to spend. And finally, I want to go over converting your energy to the BCMC token. If you want to convert your energy to the BCMC token, first off, you're gonna have to come out of the metaverse and have the energy in your wallet, basically. And then you can convert your energy to BCMC. You can't just do it right away. It's not going to give you the coin right away. Yeah, there's a waiting period so that you can't just cash out all your energy and then just dump the coin on the market. So then there's just like always selling pressure on the coin. You're going to have to wait a little bit to get the coins before you can dump it on the market. So the waiting period is about 60 days. In 60 days, you'll get 100% of your energy back. You can pick which one you want. It kind of seems like a long time, but if you're willing to invest the time into the game and you're kind of looking at it from a long term perspective, then 60 days isn't really that big of a deal. I think that also this strategy, it doesn't have to be the only way that you play to earn because there are other ways to play to earn, but this is just one. This is probably the least risky way to play to earn. There's a little bit of time involved, but that's what I think is the trade off for the risk. And I think it could be good to incorporate, this strategy with another strategy. Hopefully, this can help you out, give you some good ideas on what kind of strategy that you would like to use. And if you want to get started playing the game and you haven't already, then make sure to use my referral link. And later.
So let's ask the high philosophical question is
Sure.
about money.
Yeah.
What at the highest level is money? What is money?
It's a kind of game, and it's a game where we have points, and if you have points, there's this one move where you can reduce your points by a number and increase someone else's points by the same number.